What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I am Dwayne with Growing Together Nursery, and we got a special day for you. Yeah, it is that season, folks. Excuse me. It's a beautiful Saturday morning here in 9B, and we are tasting some sweet, sweet mulberries this morning, having a little breakfast, and it hit me. I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and do a little Brix testing today. Find out what's the sweetest berry on the block. Let's find out who's got the juice this week. All right, there's some new ones hanging over here. Nice dark ones hanging in there as well. The last video that I didn't do it any justice. I did an average basically, and a lot of the sweet ones were already picked off. So this time we will do single berries. No more a collection, right? I'm gonna do each one as I find them. So hang with me. Let's see how sweet they are. Let's see if they're any good. I did test a few the other day, so I promise you they are sweeter than 7%. Hang on, I'm gonna set up the old cam here, or the phone for you. All right, so first and foremost, yep, we got the old Brix meter here. I'm gonna pick a few really fast, and then we'll go ahead and test them for you. I am open, so hopefully I can go ahead and get everything done, but let's find out. So now, looking for that really nice size. Here's a good branch. Oh, that one fell. There's a good one. I'm going to show you before I go ahead and test it. All right, we got some decent sized ones here. All right, and this is dwarf Thai. I'm going to go for that larger one there. No, the last one had a little bit of redness to it. So this one, I want to make sure it's all the way dark for you. That way you guys can see it. All right, nice and black. So come back over here and let's test it. These, we'll go ahead. Test for flavor. Very, very nice, folks. All right. Is it the sweetest? Whoa, that one's not too bad. All right, still got it, folks. Don't worry. Hang on, I'm getting set up. So here's the old Brix meter. $50 special on Amazon. Want to know how sweet your fruit is? Invest in this. All right, or something like it. You don't have to get the same exact one. I am not sponsored by this once again. And this time we're just going to drop one berry in there. Okay. Because once you go, I screwed it up. Once you go ahead and get an acidic berry, it'll throw off the numbers for the average in there, right? For the sugar content. So we're going to go ahead and zero it out. Hopefully, I hear the dogs barking. Hopefully, no one's here. Well, I mean that in the best way. I do want someone here, but I want to go ahead and show you guys. So, all right, let's go ahead and drop in some of the juice in there. And this is just a little cheesecloth. No, I didn't sprinkle any sugar, anything in there like that. So, let me show y'all. Try to get it so I can see it. It's like a syrup. Sorry, I'm trying to see it above the phone there, but that's plenty. See that? Squeeze right in there. All right, plenty. It's even overflowing. Let's hit the start button, more than likely twice. Let's see where we're at. 20.4. Bam! Look at that. No, you did not see that wrong. This is what I wanted to show you. Yes, it's going to stain the finger, so let me hit it again. 20.4, folks. 20.7. Look at that. So see that? It does get sweeter than 7. 20.7 does. Woo, it's getting sweeter. It's settling down there. We did it one more time. 20.8, folks. Look at that. Dwarf Thai does get sweet. Exactly the same as the Miwal Kumquat. Now, we all going to find out that they're all fairly the same. We're going to find out. Hang with me here. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and wipe this. All right. Figured it's close enough, folks, plus or minus a couple. We're going to go ahead and figure it out. But wipe it really clean. All right. And we'll move it on. But that, you see that? That's actually the highest that I have registered. I got a 16 the other day. So that's why it made me come out here. But could eat this little berry that's in there, but it's all right, folks. We got plenty. But all right, we're gonna rinse it. No, we're moving on. Oh, hey, dogs are over here messing around. All right, moving on. Now we got here much smaller tree. Doesn't take away from the berry though. Okay, this one here is Bryce's World's Best, which for a second I'm like, dude, these look similar, right? They're so similar in growth habit, so similar in the fruit size, everything looks so similar. So I was like, are they the same with a different name? I don't know. So not saying that they are, just saying very similar. Anyways, they say that one's sweeter than the other. Let's put them to the test. We got a nice black one over here, and got another one here that looks pretty good. It can get a little bit bigger, but this is a small tree. Again, small little tree. We'll go for this one too. All right, what the heck? This one looks a little bit better. All right, hopefully y'all can see that. And we're just gonna wipe and go. Trust me, it will be a-okay, right? All right, let me go ahead and wipe this down, bring this down in here. Hopefully y'all can see. All right, let's zero this out. Someone's gonna say, well, technically you should have another one. I know, but we're gonna go ahead and try them like this. And I'm sure there's a difference, folks. All right, here we go. Let's turn this on, zero it out. Got a little bit of that sun glare, hopefully get you in there. So squeeze the juice. Do I need both berries for this? The smaller berries, you gotta really squeeze it in there. Come on, buddy. Ideally, you would have two hands and this would all be perfect. But listen, we are running and gunning over here, folks. All right. Receptacle is filled. We're going to hit the start button. And trust me, we'll get you in on this. One more time. Straight up. 13.4. Wow. 13.4. Now, this is per berry, right? This is, here's why I will say this. I'm trying to get you in to where you can actually see that. 13.4, right? Nothing crazy. Let me try this other one. Okay, let me spill that. I'm going to wipe it and try it again. Because I've seen 20% off of this. I just tested this last week, and I got a 20%er. Hang on. Not that sweet. Okay, there is a little bit of a red hue to this berry. Maybe because it's not perfect. Let me see this one. You're looking at them in the sun. You can go ahead and nitpick. Okay, I get you. There's one that's a little bit better. Let's try this one. But I've seen 20 come off of this. That's why I'm like, whoa, shocked. 13.4, but it is, again, per berry, right? They're all somewhat different. That's why I can't do an average. I mean, you can, right? But one bad berry in there and it brings down the average. So I'm going to go ahead and zero it out. Fill the little receptacle. Man, it's like a syrup. And trust me, either one, if you're growing either one of these varieties, you're going to be really stoked to have it. All right, hit the start button. 12.7. Wow, even lower. One more time, 12.7. Well, today, you see this. This is why it's cool to go ahead and test at different times. Not saying that this thing can't get sweet. I just literally tested 20% off of this Bryce's last week. Maybe the sweetest ones aren't being tested. It's possibly my fault, right? It is a timing thing, and we'll come back to it. But today, you saw that dwarf Thai shot at 20. This one is like more 12, 13% today. But yeah, it's not cooked all the way. I just had another one. Not cooked all the way. So they can get sweeter in here, but still very similar in growth habits from this one to the Thai dwarf. So small tree, it will get sweeter in time, right? That other one, the dwarf Thai's had some more time to go ahead and grow and get a little bit larger, but this is a baby one, and in a few years, she too will be a monster. All right, what else we got? Can we test another mulberry? Let's find out. What do we got over here? We do got Shangrila, flushing out, looking great. Big, beautiful leaves on here. Has more of a weeping style. And with these big leaves comes more fruit for us. Now, why do you say that? Well, because this tree hides her fruit with those leaves. Boom, you see that? Now, it doesn't produce the same amount as the Thai dwarf or the Bryces, but it still gives you some cool berries, and sometimes, when picked properly, they will definitely impress you. Okay, there's some small green ones coming in there. And again, that is Shangrila. Big leaves, nice fruit, a lot of green ones still working up here. Hopefully y'all can see that there. Monster leaves. This tree wants to grow. This one could be that clubhouse tree in, a few decades where, yes, you could potentially put something up there. It wants to be a big tree. They're saying 40 to 50 feet from, I think, what Alpha India, OAI will tell you. Yeah, what's organic? Anyways, but awesome growth on it. I love the way that she grows, big leaves. It's definitely ornamental. You're not gonna be growing this to make jams and jellies. That's not this hitter. This is more for one and done. You kind of grab here and there. And again, though, this is a young one, but you saw the difference. But let's test it. That looks pretty good. It does have a little bit of a red hue on the very bottom there, but when in Rome, let's test it. All right, come on. Got a few minutes. Doesn't look too bad. Is there a darker one? Oh, I think I see a darker one. Hang with me, folks. Hang on here. 1 second here. Do I got a darker one? No. Uh-oh. All right. Kiwi showed up. She's a little mulberry monster. She's been snacking on these. Well, also because I give it to her, but she loves them, and they say that they're pretty good for them, so why not? All right, well, this seems to be like the best one right here. Look what she's doing. She's over here snacking on them right now, or a branch of some sort. All right, so here we go. Shangrila. It is, I would say, 95% cooked. It is a little bit of pink on there. Let me get you in the sun here. Plus the staining of the hands. Yeah, it's not all the way, folks. So just to be 100%, yeah, it's 90% there. It's going to be more acidic, but we're here. Let's test it, folks. Come on. Live a little. So put her in the old cheesecloth there. Again, this is plus minus. Don't shred up all the leaves over here. Oh, gosh. All right, so we're going to turn this bad boy on. Zero it out. Squeeze her in. See that? Plenty of juice, though, man. It's a juicy little berry. Not as thick. The other ones were very syrupy. This one, let's start. 14.3. Beautiful. Right again, 14.3. See, it's a little bit runnier on that Kool-Aid. The other one was like a syrup, more like a port. Very nice. You just drink that? Dang right. Yeah, not too bad. 14 is nice balance there between sweetness and acidity. All right, moving on. 14.3 for that for today, right? Does it get sweeter? I guarantee you. It can probably push the 16, 17 in there. No problem. I'm going to waste that? No. Semi-sweet. It gets better. Hang with me, folks. All right, come on. A few more. I'm going to speed this up because I feel like somebody's coming. I can feel it, folks. What do we got here? This one is bird food, but we're going to test it anyways. What you mean? Oh, they're tiny little berries, man. Look at them. This branch just went off though, all by itself. This one's dwarf everbearing, and it's dripping with fruit. It really is. They're just itty bitty little guys that I guess they put a blanket on the bottom down here, and then they shake the tree, and whatever falls down there is ready. But anyways, let's see what we got. Let me grab you a few, and let's test them. What if it's not a size thing, folks? Uh-oh, that one fell. I'm gonna find a nice ready one, but all right. Again, tiny little berries. Some have a little bit of red specks on them. I'll try to find one that's nice and dark. All right, let's see. But if they're sweeter, some people really chase, you know, the size. Some people are chasing sweetness. That's why we're doing this, right? What's the sweetest? Well, this one. What's the most that produces, the heaviest producers? Well, this one. So how else do we know? I'm going to go ahead and rock with this one here. All right, here we go. Put her in there. Taste one for me. I'll taste the red one. A little acidic. It's all right. Let's see. Tiny, but let's see. I may have to do multiples to fill this little receptacle. These are little baby berries. Whoop. Dark, more syrup-like. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fill that with one little berry. You can see the viscosity in there. It's like hanging, and it's like a SAE 50. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, dude. Like a Lucas. It's like thick in there. Come on. I'm going to have to put one more. Or let's test it like that. Let's see. Who knows? What if that's enough? All right. I didn't zero it out, but it's fine. It'll be fine, folks. Relax, relax. I am a professional. Done this a handful of times. 16.6, if you can see that. Nice. That's thick. You can see it, like it just holds in there. 16.6. We'll do it again. 16.6. Pretty good. You're going to taste that? Oh, man, you're an animal. Does it taste? Yeah, it tastes sweeter. It tastes way sweeter than the Shangrila. It does have a little bit more. But how much more? I'd say about 2%. Kidding. I wouldn't know these numbers otherwise. You don't know the percentage of your sugars unless you are actually testing them, right? What are we going to do with these? Well, quality control says they are edible. Moving on. 16.6. Woo! Come on. I got a few more. Few more in this Brix battle, folks. Look at this new growth coming out on this. Little Denzler white sapote. Looking nice. I got to come out here and water these squirrels. Great weather all week, folks. Down here in the mid 80s, which is very nice. Although this yo-yo weather is crazy. It's like 40s 1 minute, 80s the next. It ain't over, folks. The old VP's putting out another little penny. Look at this one. Coming out strong. Come on. We ain't done. We ain't done. I know. All right. Mulberries. All right. Stay focused. All right. Come on. So, what do we got here? This one is the old Altamont sweet. I don't know what it is. I think it's just everbearing. Bigger leaves. Not a dwarf at all. Is there any ready? We got... No. Not ready. That's got a little bit of a red hue. You can tell. I don't want to go ahead and test it and show you that it's 7. Pakistan. Boo, this girl, boo. No. No fruits. No fruits to test today. I'm disappointed. All the wind went ahead and blew it off, or she pump faked me again and gave me nothing. She said, you can have it. No, you can't. And gave me nothing. 3 or 4 little, tiny little babies came out and they all shriveled up, or I don't know. I don't know. Next year, folks. Next year. Hopefully. If not, we're going to have a talk. Long talk. Now, ooh, this is what we're wanting right here. This one's another one of these everbearings that I would assume is the same exact one from that other tree that I just showed you. It was 2 little sprigs that I was gifted, and sprouting them both. These look very sweet. They look very promising. I don't know the real name on this, but I believe it is something. It's a real cultivar, I promise. All right. Without further ado, let's go ahead and do this, y'all. All right, let's see. Clear out the old cheesecloth over here. Top Kiwi. Who's over here? Look, she wants, hey. She wants me to give her a mulberry. You want me to? It's almost ready. Let me test this one and then I'll give her one, because why not? All right. Mulberries in hand. No, there's no sprinkling of no sugar or nothing like that. I know. Shade. All right. Sun is all over the place. Trying to get the best angle. All right. Here we go. It's in there. Now the old squeeze test. Turn her on. Hey. Here we go. Nice juice. Not too thick. Well, yeah, there she goes. Ooh. Can't see this. I'm sorry. I know it's a weird angle, but trust me, it is thick. That's how you can tell it has more sugar, is the viscosity in there. Yeah. Now, I'm guessing. Oh, let me just show you. Don't guess. Let's start it. You see that? Ooh, 17.5, folks. 17 and a half. Run it again. So wheat, folks, I'm telling you, 17.6. Ooh, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, if Thai dwarf is 20 and puts on a ton, why grow this? I don't know. Maybe you want this one. Maybe you want them both. Does it have a different flavor? Man, let's find out. So wheat, I'm telling you, sweet little berry. Nice. Is it as big? No, it's a little bit smaller. But again, if it's sweet and it gives you a bunch of fruit, and the leaves are bigger, so I'm guessing that less of the birds would be able to nab them. Kiwi, come. Kiwi. I was about to give her one, but she's off on her own, running around. All right, moving on, folks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We're out here just having fun, testing some berries. I'm telling you about them. Why? It's mango season. I know, but we got other stuff that's fruiting as well. We do it all here, folks. It's here and it's fruiting. I want to talk to you about it. Plus, you know where to get them. I got them. You know. Come on. You know where I'm at. I am making more. Was that it, folks? Was that it? Or was there any more? Didn't I have... Oh, let's check white. White's growing pretty good. Not seeing... What is this? This thing sprouted up out of nowhere, and I don't know what it is. Hey, what do you know? All right, very interesting. I don't even know what that one is. That's hilarious. I don't recall putting it there on everything. All right, we'll have to find out. Now white's still working over here. Nothing ready yet. Nothing to test. A few more weeks, days, we'll find out. Let's see. We have another Shangrila over here. See this one? Much better looking. Huge leaves on her. Any to test? Let's find out. You got some fruits working. A lot of green ones still. And you don't want to eat them then. And wait until they're nice and dark. Let's see if we can't find you one to test really quick. Because if not, we already have a winner for the day. And it's for the day, folks. Tomorrow we can get different results and I can go, you know what? I was totally wrong. But that's the way this works. And the Spanish moss is all tangled up in there. Excellent. That may be it, folks. That's a tiny one there, but I'm not going to be able to squeeze nothing out of there. Got to be able to at least fill up the receptacle. But anyways, 20% for the day, folks. 20%. Sorry about the ambulances. Hey, 20% for the day. Great day in mulberry action. Uh-oh. Sorry about the noise. We live in a retirement area. So there's always cops and ambulances running around. Sorry about that. But anyways, the Brix battle is on, and we want to let you know we got way more mulberries working over here. Cocktail trees, that is. So grafting way more, putting more varieties on, 2-3 varieties. Once they're ready, then I do bring them out over onto the pallets. But grafting every day, folks. If not every day, every other, but making more, making more. We want you to come over and be able to collect them all for yourself. Just like Pokemon. Yay! Why? Because these berries are easy. Anybody can grow them. Anybody? I'm telling you. Nothing to it. Throw it in the ground. Give it some water, if that. And watch them grow. But this one's very fun. White's waking up over here, already putting out a few. The dwarf Thai dwarf, is just now starting to wake up right here as well. But yep, we got way more. I'm out here grafting, making more for you. So you know where to find me. 215 North Sparkman, over here in Orange City. Come over and grow some berries with me. Always got more stuff, fruiting and flowering, but this is what's in season for the moment. All right. Till next time, folks, have a great week, and we will catch up with you. Later. Let's grow together. Get some herbs in your life. I'm telling you. All right. Later, y'all. Peace.